Hello, Lent Madness global viewing public. It's time for another exciting episode of Monday Madness. I'm Scott Gunn, coming to you live from Forward Movement's global headquarters in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I'm here with Tim Schenck, who's coming to you from the historic rectory in Hingham, Massachusetts, by St. John the Evangelist Episcopal Church. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Scott. How are you?
I'm doing fine. So we set some records on Lent Madness opening day.
It was an historic day. We had, nearly 7,000 people voted the first day, which was a record. We had 30,000 plus page views, I believe.
Yep.
Which was a record. And then later that week, we passed the 1 millionth page view. So
and that's on the lentmadness.org website. I'm sorry, the full URL is at www.lentmadness.org.
Right.
There were even more page views back when this was on your blog. So it's millions and millions served.
Absolutely. So we're off to a roaring start. We're glad that everyone is participating. There has been a little bit of talk, a little consternation about some of the matchups being unfair.
That's right. But of course, I think there are two guiding principles here. One of them comes from me, and it is this. Life and Lent Madness have something in common. They're not fair. And what's your rule about Lent Madness, Tim?
It is entirely optional. So, if you don't like it, don't log on. In fact, I was thinking a little bit about this, Scott. It's kind of like the parable of the sower. Some of the Lent Madness seed falls on the path and gets trampled by haters and that. Some of the Lent Madness seed falls onto the rocky ground. It shoots up quickly and people vote once or twice and then they kind of go away. Some falls on the thorny ground. I'm not quite sure what to do with that, but some falls on the good soil where much learning and formation and Jesus-loving stuff can take place.
Absolutely. That's excellent. So some shout-outs. I think we have a number of them. We got a little mention in the Columbus Dispatch for the good charitable work of people using Lent Madness to raise money for worthy causes.
Right. I think it was St. Peter's Episcopal Church in Columbus, but it was Saint something.
Yeah, Saint something. Some saint.
Yeah.
We have there's an article in the current issue of the Living Church, here, which includes a bracket.
Yep.
So that's pretty exciting for the Living Church. They're pretty honored to have a bracket in there.
Right. We also got mentioned in the National Catholic Reporter. So thank you. We are, yes, indeed, ecumenical and open to all. They did spell my name wrong, unfortunately, and they also spelled the name of Frances Perkins with an I, so they made her into a man. But
at least they mentioned your name.
Well, there is that.
Not that I'm bitter.
No.
Lent Madness fever is sweeping the House of Bishops.
Yeah.
Bishop Doyle of Texas, who tweets as Texas Bishop, has really been quite active talking about Lent Madness and his favorite saints.
Yep, and Diane Bruce, Bishop, has mentioned a lot on Facebook that this is her Lenten devotion, so we're delighted at that. And there are plenty of other bishops who I believe are not actually connected to the internet. But
yes, if somebody on their staff prints out a copy of whatever's happening on Lent Madness, then they probably like it.
Right.
Absolutely. And of course, speaking of the internet, our friend to the north, our mysterious friend to the north, is providing a valuable service to our viewers. Maybe you could say a word about that.
Yes, Maple Anglican releases a video a week. So we will release them ourselves on Sunday, included in our weekly Sunday post. It's great. He reviews what has happened. He previews the battles to come, and we are very grateful. So check out Maple Anglican's videos. They really are great.
And of course, the thing to know about this is, as Maple Anglican would be the first to say, he only records them and posts them. all the actual content work is done by the best color commentators in the history of anything, Archbishops John Chrysostom and Thomas Cranmer, who speak to us through the technology miracle of the Clairvoyatron 2100.
Right. So, excellent. Well, Scott, I'm looking forward to another great week of Lent Madness. Hope you are too.
I certainly am. It's especially easier now that we've reached a detente in our arch rivalry. It makes it a little easier to do these things.
It does. It does.
Which
Not
is why
fun.
I can say with a straight and sincere face for once, Happy Lent.
Happy Lent.